What's up, everybody? What's happening? Welcome back to another episode of Hippie's Chopper Corner. Let me run this bike up right quick. I know this ain't a chopper, but I've had people in the comments, they want to see some content on this bike. I might just let that compressor going. This bike weighs about 900 pounds. Yeah, I probably should have. Hang on. I didn't have to turn it on, I just had to regulate the pressure. I had it turned down because I had to air up my tires. Because, let me pull y'all out of there. I took this bike on a real long trip this weekend, about 1,200 miles, I guess. Actually, I don't remember how many miles it was, but I did keep track of it. Let's see. Was 564 miles back, and I think it was a little over 600 going down. It was almost 1,200 miles. I went down to Savannah, Georgia this past weekend, which is on the east coast of Georgia. I don't know, maybe an hour and 20 minutes north of Jacksonville, Florida. Rode down there on Friday. Left Tennessee. It was 39 degrees. Friday morning. Today it's 70 something degrees and my grass is overgrown again. What's up, D? You just over there chilling? Huh? Most time he's in here aggravating me. But anyway, it was a good ride. So I'll give y'all a little bit of history on this bike. It's a 2020 Road Glide. I bought it brand new down in Titusville, Florida. I was down there 4 years ago for Biketoberfest. Traded in my 17 Road Glide for this. Rode it home on stock bars. The following week I had these 18s on it. I was miserable the whole way back. It's got a Arlen Ness intake on it. I actually drilled into it and tapped it here. I drilled into it and I tapped it here. I blocked off the ports on the inside so all that misty oil coming out of the head couldn't go back into my intake. It runs down here to a T, and then if you follow that hose right there, all the way down through there, well, there it is. If you look closely, you see a K&N oil filter down there that needs to be replaced or changed. But anyway, I will pull this oil filter off during the video and show y'all just how clean and oil-free it is. 122 big bore kit on this bike. I even got replacement cases. I had Harley send me replacement cases because we sheared a bolt off up here in the tappet block, and Harley did a good faith warranty and sent me a new set of cases for it. Serial number matching cases. But we did new pistons, new jugs, new cam. And the reason I do that, over there at the filter, here's the cylinder. Here's the stock cylinder and pistons, okay? Right there. You see that big black clumpy thing that catches on my fingernail right there? There was a layer of that baked oil all over this piston right here. And so first of all, you're losing performance. It's hard on your motor. And second of all, you know, you build that's a S&S 2-in-1 Diamondback. That's like a $1,500–1,600 exhaust. You spend all this money. That intake alone is $500. You know, you spend all this money building your engine, And you want it to perform efficiently, you know, and an engine likes cool, clean air. It don't like hot, misty, oily air. So that's why we did that. So we're going to change the oil. We're going to change the transmission fluid. We're going to change the primary fluid. We're going to put a new filter on it. While we're back here, we're going to walk back here and we're going to look at this tire. Tire still looks good. Take a look at the front. Front tire still looking groovy. So I'll walk you guys through just how to do a pretty simple service on these bikes. I'll try to get under here. So here's your derby cover. Pretty standard. There's your primary. And if you get on under here, right there, that one you're looking at right there, that's going to be your transmission. And then you come right here, that one pointing that way. I think it's lighting up. Yeah, that one right there, that's your engine oil. So in 17, Harley finally dumbed it down and put all 3 drain plugs on one side of the motorcycle instead of 1 over here and 2 over there. Harley finally dumbed it down for us a little bit. But you guys give me a few minutes to get the camera repositioned and we'll start to work. Man, I don't know who was in my comments in my last video and told me to check out Bottleneck, but yeah, man, he's pretty good. I like him. So I'm guessing the camera's picking this up. So that's not a standard derby cover. That's a 1/4-20 socket nut. As soon as I get a new Harley, I go through here and I take them T25s out of there. And I put these socket nuts in there because they just strip out so easy. I've had too many of them strip out, and I encourage everybody to do it. Damn. Ooh, I was hard on that clutch. Man, I was hard on it. I don't like it when I can smell clutch. And I change this primary fluid every time I change the oil, every 3,000 miles. Huh. I'm gonna need to keep an eye on that, folks. I got another trip coming up here in a couple of weeks. I'll just have to see how she does. Oh, I tell you, for this bike to be down at all, I'd have to get clutches, which I'd probably just put a Screaming Eagle clutch in it. Oh, and for all of y'all, in my last video, they got a kick out of me spilling the oil when I was changing oil in that shovel head over there, and I had that big oil mess. Well, I'm glad y'all got a laugh out of it. I'm glad I made you laugh. I didn't want to make you laugh like that, but I'm glad I made you laugh. I forgot to pull this damn vent plug out of it. So and that's what happened. It wasn't draining into the drain pan. It was just filling up on top, and it couldn't breathe. So that's what happened on that. But anyway, these drain plugs are 5/8. That's all they are, y'all. So just get you a 5/8 and get after it. Yeah, and I'm sorry about the camera work. Ever since I broke my thing, that's the best I've been able to do with it. While this is draining, I'll get a socket out for those under there. Plus, I'll be able to get a look at this fluid. don't look too bad. I mean, I don't know how well the camera's showing that up. It's got clutch material on it, but that's to be expected. That primary fluid takes a lot of abuse, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm just tripping, y'all. Pretty sure I got some O-rings in stock over here. I try to keep them. I don't change the O-rings on them plugs every time I change the oil. Harley wants to charge you to do it, but Harley also charges you $5 fucking for each one of them. Where I keep these gasket kits, when guys bring their bikes over for me to change their oil, they don't know any better, and they go to Harley and tell Harley they want to buy everything to change that. Plus, I have one solo one. They'll go to Harley and tell Harley, I need everything to change my oil, and Harley will sell them all this shit that they don't need. So, I don't have to buy these O-rings. And if I do buy them, I buy them off eBay. They're way cheaper that way. You can get 100 of them for like 10 cents a piece. Harley's gonna want $2 a piece for them, and that's outrageous. If you guys haven't been over and checked out Slickhead Custom Cycles' new video, y'all get over there and check him out. I'm hoping you've seen it already, because he dropped that video on Tuesday, I believe. So I'm hoping y'all have seen it. If you haven't seen it, go over and check it out. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you must be new to my channel. I'm talking about Slick at Slickhead Custom Cycles. He is my brother channel. We built our channels up together, him and I. I owe him a lot more than he owes me, I can promise you that. He has helped me get my channel to where it's at. And for that, I am eternally grateful to old Slick. Hell, he stays on me like a dad, you know, pushing me to do more technology. And I keep pushing back, not wanting to do it. And he finally wears me down. What torque did I torque that to? Oh, I don't know. About 2 ooga-doogas. How about that? When you do this long enough, you can do it by feel. And I probably don't need to change this damn gasket in this derby cover right here, but hell, I've never changed it before, so why not put a new one in it? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? When I say gasket and derby cover, I'm talking about this one. There we go. Got all that. Got the plug back in it. Wipe all this down. For good measure. Get my nifty little funnel for the primary. Oh, Formula Plus. That's what I'm running all my primaries. I think the book calls for 30 ounces. I put 32 in it. I just dumped the whole cord in it. As long as you got fluid touching the bottom of the clutch basket, you're golden. And that's all it is to it. That is a derby service, right? Or derby service. That's a primary service right there, folks, in a nutshell. Primary is done. We can put the cover back on it. Ain't that just a little fighter? That one put some debris back in it. I don't know what's going on right now, but these are giving me a fit for some reason. Let's see. HD, that one should go up there. I did not keep up with the ones that came out, but I'm tired of fighting it, so let's do this. Get your little reaming tool out. Excuse me. Now, make it make sense. There we go. I guess maybe some of that powder coat was coming off and not wanting to let these bolts go back through. All right, folks. That is a derby service. I'll drain the oil and pull the oil filter, put a new oil filter on it, fill it up, we'll be done. And for the oil, I need a 5/8. pull that dipstick out right quick. Tell you what, actually, before I do that, I need to warm it up a little bit. You can always tell when it warms up, she starts loping. You can hear that cam. Yeah, she's good enough. You want to get it warmed up, but not so warm that the oil burns your hand when it comes out. Man, that oil don't look bad either. So that's still got an amber look to it. But again, I change this oil every 3,000 miles with full synthetic oil, so there's that. Take your little pick. And actually, there ain't nothing wrong with the O-ring that's on this one. It ain't flat or anything. It ain't eat up. But I'm gonna change it since I went ahead and got something out. Put a new one on it. All right, got that one ready while the oil's completely draining out. We'll get that transmission fluid out of there too. I'm gonna pause y'all for a minute. I don't want this video to get too long and boring. It's probably already boring enough. So I use Bell Ray in my transmission. Look how red that still is. I don't see anything. Maybe some micro fine stuff on the magnet, but that's expected. Hell yeah. All right, got the oil draining. Got the training fluid draining. Pull the oil filter out. And fill the oil filter up, put it back on, fill it with oil. Man, there we have it. This particular was made for a twin cam because it's got that cutout in it right there. Because right there at the base of your front cylinder by your air filter, you have your crank positioning sensor. And that was to keep you from tearing it up, which they moved it on these Milwaukee 8s. I can't really pull that filter till the rest of that drains out. Like I said, full synthetic Screaming Eagle, bell ray for the transmission. I showed y'all what I put in the primary. Cause I ride this bike really hard, y'all. Like I really beat this bike up. And like I said, I put 12 to 15,000 miles a year on this bike. You don't want to fill your filter completely up, but you want to at least fill it up halfway, because you're going to spill a lot of it getting it back in there if you fill it all the way up. Just little tricks I've learned over the years. What to do, what not to do. That filter ought to never be real hard to get over there, because you're supposed to just put it on hand tight. Take a little bit of oil off the one you take off. Rub a little bit around on the seal of your new filter. Yeah. And call that dude good. Like I said, you spill a lot, so before you put your new filter on, just spray you some brake clean down in there. Get all that residual oil off of it. And real quickly, go back in and thread your new filter in. Yeah, servicing one of these bikes takes me about 20 minutes. And supposed to put this on by hand. That's about as tight as I do it with a wrench right there. That's it. Plugs are in, they're tight, filter's back in and full. It's time to fill her up. All right, that's it. We got 5 quarts of oil in it, quart of bell ray. Primary's done. When you come in, just spray everything down in case you spilled anything. Wipe it down good. You don't want to leave that brake clean on anything. And this is what I mean about spray it down before you put your filter on it. That's just what's dripped off of it from where I've sprayed it down right there. That's all that oil that came out of it when I pulled the filter off of it. But where I park it at, probably have an oil drop under it, and then I'll move it, and it shouldn't have any more oil drops under it after that. That tells me I got everything back tight. But we'll get it down off this lift, and we'll make sure the oil light goes off on it. fire it up. We'll see if, make sure that oil light goes off. Look out here, see if he went in, look. He's mad because I don't have Slick's video playing on the TV, but I had music playing while I had y'all pause, and every time I got Slick's video playing, and I'm referring to Slick at Slickhead Custom Cycles, my brother channel, Diesel will sit right here and watch his video, hoping to get a glimpse at Skybird. That's Slickhead's pit bull that he's got. Beautiful, beautiful dog she is. All right, let's see what's happening. Oil light went right off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it run for a little while. Let that fresh oil cycle through. Then I'll go through and I'll check my dipstick. I'll make sure my level's right. I'll make sure my level's right. And it starts to load right at about 10,000 RPM. But she's still about 1100 right now. Right at 1,000 RPM. That's warming up. I forgot to pull that filter off and show y'all what that looks like inside of there. Maybe we'll do that next time. But I promise you it's clean. There ain't no oil in there. But anyway, of course I can't do nothing without making a mess around here, but I didn't spill any oil on this oil change, so we're gonna shut it down for here. Like I said, channel's growing faster than I can believe. We're over 6,000 subscribers now. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Thank you to all you new subscribers. And those of you that don't know who Slick is, you guys go over and check him out, man. He's the reason I'm where I'm at. And man, this video is getting long. I need to shut it on down. Anyway, welcome back. This is another episode of Hippie's Chopper Corner. Y'all tune in again for more of this sketchy chopper shit. We'll get back to this sketchy chopper shit, I promise. Here at Hippie's Chopper Corner, home of the sketchy chopper, where we keep them sketchy all the time.